going to skip his little skit because it's literally just the most tired fucking Star Wars meme except Elon. Chat. The Chuds are mad. Elon Musk slammed by Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, and more for meeting with the enemy and keeping bans. Chat, they're not happy about stuff. Elon Musk, buying Twitter. It's all going downhill. You've seen this guy doing the whole it's going to be $8 for verification. Is that verification? Is buying verification verification? I don't think it is, personally. Anyway. You were the chosen one. That's right. Here's the quartering. He's big mad.
You were the chosen one. Oh. Elon.
What? Is he drunk? Is this the basement? Are we back in the basement?
There's a particular Twitter thread today.
Does that say black cat's piss? This guy has just bottles of piss lying around?
That has everybody, in particular pundits on the right, absolutely melting down. It's got me pretty frustrated because it seems like none of these people have ever worked in a corporation or worked in one through a transition, and just so, full transparency.
It's a capitalism cutie mark. If you buy verification from Elon Musk for Twitter, you're pathetic to me. You're genuinely pathetic. Here's what's going to happen, though. Mark my words. Mark my words. They will suppress non-verified accounts on Twitter, and they'll push verified accounts into your feed. Mark my fucking... This already happens, but at least the verifications are actually like, oh, this is my real identity. It's dumb. It's going to be even worse, though.
I actually have.
It's just going to be some rich folks and businesses. I mean, it's not going to be anybody. This site's going to die. It's just going to die. We'll all go somewhere else. It's not a big
acquisitions and nowhere near the size of Twitter's 8,000 employees. Seems like a lot.
God, he talks so slow. We got to speed him up. I just can't. He's just too slow. Let's go 1.5.
A lot of people really pissed off that, Elon didn't march in the front door.
This is 1.5 times speed.
Or Friday at 5 p.m., having never seen a single line of code and made enormous changes and undid all the wrongs that have happened over the years.
This is 1.5 speed. Whoa. Sounds normal? Sounds like a normal talking speed? Let's try 1.75.
I believe that he still will. But this tweet thread is concerning. But I think I can explain why. I understand why people are mad and upset and blackpilled, because free speech advocates such as myself have been taking absolute L after L after L.
Free speech advocates. Interesting. What free speech are they advocating for?
I really think that people are not looking at the big picture here. And I guess you can be the judge. Here it is. So
actually, he thinks Elon is going to save him. All these people are temporarily embarrassed billionaires, dude. Someday, they're going to be the ones.
Roth, where if you watch my first video today, this guy is easily the most hated individual at Twitter. Everyone wants him gone. And if you want to know why, watch my first video today. I think there's a fair argument for replacing him. I'm not saying fire him for sure, but take him out of this role. Talks about election stuff. So Elon replies to Yoel saying,
"We're staying vigilant against attempts to manipulate conversations about the 2020 U.S. midterms. Read on for independent analysis. Talk to civil leaders. Blah blah."
Talk to several society leaders, including this guy at the ADL. This person.
Twitter will not allow.
Also at the ADL.
They're talking about Trump, right? Twitter will not allow anyone who was deplatformed for violating Twitter rules back on platform until we have a clear process for doing so, which will take at least a few more weeks. They're letting the dude back on. I don't know what to tell you. Elon Musk knows that if Donald Trump is on this platform, he'll make a little bit more money.
Basically a censorship bully organization these days, in my opinion.
A censorship bully organization. What do you think pay-gating the public square is, Jeremy? They wanted this public square free speech thing, and now they're paying subscriptions for free speech. It's crazy. These guys are the most cucked people in the whole world. They are so absolutely cucked by this, bro. Please, sir, let me pay you $8 a month for the thing I had free last week. You dumb motherfuckers. Jesus Christ. Please allow me. I'm mad at Netflix for raising prices, but not at Twitter. You fool.
Rashada Robinson.
They just want more of your fucking money, dude. Do you think Elon needs this to make money?
Jessica Gonzalez is co-CEO of Free Press. Basically, a lot of leftist organizations and pro-censorship people like the NAACP.
People like the NAACP. Leftists, pro... Like, you're anti the NAACP? Of course he is. I mean, obviously he is. But, like, it's just crazy to me to be anti the NAACP.
And then, like, BoomerCon, George W. Bush, presidential, a bunch of terrible people, establishment people that really, why is Elon? People are saying, why in the heck is Elon talking to these losers?
He's a billionaire. What do you mean? Elon's directly part of the establishment. Why do these people not understand the role billionaires play in this process? It is wild to me that they don't see the link between the establishment and all the money billionaires have.
I understand that. He then makes things kind of worse by continuing and saying, Twitter will not allow who was deplatformed for violating Twitter rules back on the platform until we have a clear process for doing so, which will take at least a few more weeks. Now, there's two things I think I understand.
By the way, this is 1.75 speed.
From what I understand, that people are pissed off about. The first is the group of people that he talked to. These are not people that are well liked in the free speech community for a lot of good reasons. The second is that there isn't any real light at the end of the tunnel of bringing back people that were, many believe were unfairly banned. Not necessarily just like banned, for breaking terms of service, but people like PV, people like Babylon B, etc., probably could have been reinstated day one, regardless of whether or not Elon knew.
Babylon B? Who's PV? Can we do normal speed for comparison? Hell no.
The code, or Elon's team had seen the code. I think that's fair. Elon could.
Okay, let's try it. Normal speed.
He came in and said, who handles bannings and unbannings? Here's a list. Unban these people. And maybe there were some less inflammatory ones, like PV and Babylon B, I think wouldn't have been as big of a deal. There's the doctor I can't think of. Stuff like that. Trump obviously would have been a bigger deal, but I digress. And I think people are right to say that.
Can't do it.
My position is coming from a position of somebody who, I want to be careful. Like, I'm not trying to dump on people for being a little black-pilled. But what I am trying to do is provide some level of perspective here.
His perspective on what?
These two tweets are bad, okay? But also expectations on the right and in the center are ridiculous. This guy walked into a building with 8,000 employees. Most of them hate him. And people are like, why didn't he just do this already?
God, he is such a simp. He's such a slobbery little boy. He just wants to slobber all over Elon's cock, dude. It's so gross. The Quartering is making this video specifically because he knows that there's a chance Elon Musk will see it and see his support and hope that he gets scooped up into Elon's sycophant ring. It is so blatant when these people try to throw Elon Musk, dude. It is gross to me.
Why didn't he do that already? Why didn't he do this already? How could he? It's going to take weeks for those Tesla engineers to get through that code. I think they have till the 7th.
The Tesla engineers?
And then maybe he can start making changes. I also believe that all the people claiming that, shadow banning's better, this or that's better, I don't know necessarily if that's true. It seems like some days it is, some days it isn't. He goes on to say, Twitter's Content Moderation Council will include representatives with widely
look, the guy with the fart fetish.
divergent views, which will certainly include the civil rights community and groups who face hate-fueled violence.
Twitter's Content Moderation Council will include representatives with widely divergent views, which will certainly include the civil rights community and groups who face hate-fueled violence. The guy with the fart fetish. Lol, the only people who were treated unfairly on Twitter were conservatives and anyone who dared to go against the Democrat machine talking points. Any other group would say what they wanted. You're listening to the exact people responsible for this BS. Oh, man. These guys are fucking weirdos. They genuinely think that these billionaires are on their side. Jeremy, Republicans, right-wingers, free speechers, dude. They are not on your side. You are not in their class. They have no solidarity with you whatsoever. You are consumers. Your ways, you are cogs in the machine. You are meat for the meat grinder for the billionaires to consume, to eat up all of your time and your money and your well-being, getting literally as much as they possibly can from your existence for their own enrichment, and you refuse to see the light. Republicans, conservatives, they do suck. Thanks for the biddies. If you want freedom from the government and your personal well-being, you should be a leftist. It's so wild that you think the establishment is anti-billionaire whatsoever. It is so wild that you think giving power to billionaires will give you somehow more freedom of speech. It's only going to curtail it, because someday what's going to happen is you will be beholden to making Elon bucks. You have to live in your Elon village on Mars somewhere. You got to make Elon bucks. You got to make your script. You could only go to Elon stores. They're going to have alternative fucking money. We're just going to go right back through fucking robber baron, capitalist, feudalist fucking bullshit, man. You're handing them power that you could have every day. Every day. It's a situation where leftists are telling workers in the working class, hey, don't you want more money for your work and to spend more time with your family and for them to be well off? Isn't that what you want? Those three things, essentially? You want more money from your work. You want to be compensated for your work. Make as much as you possibly can. And then also to have well-being for you and your family. Doesn't seem that hard to get. But instead, you want to gift other people your I thought this was the personal responsibility party, but instead they're just shunting it off like, no, please, Daddy Elon, please provide me with a job. Let me work in the Amazon shit factory. Dumbasses, dude.
Now, Elon got brutally ratioed by his own people on these tweets.
Is that a ratio? This is not what ratios are.
Especially this last one.
Maybe Cat Turd got him?
People are saying that he's conflating talking to these people. Like
the quote tweets are underneath. I'm not seeing the ratios.
NAACP and ADL and stuff like that. With being on some sort of...
Yep, got him.
Content moderation council. I don't think he's saying that specifically. But if you are putting the ADL on there, I guess if you want to keep advertisers happy, you have to. But you need to have some freaking conservatives on this list. I don't think it really counts to have the George Bush Center on here.
There's conservatives like the George Bush Center, and I would even say that's further right than I'd like a normal Republican to be. And then there's fascists. You mean fascists? You mean people that are authoritarian right-wingers? I don't want you to have authoritarian anything on your panels.
So, you see a lot of people, LOL, the only people who are treated...
They get horny for the Amazon, won't protect the actual Amazon. Don't matter. Lula's doing it.
Unfairly on Twitter were conservatives and anyone who dared to go against the Democrat machine talking points. Any other group could say whatever they wanted. You're listening to the exact people responsible for this BS. A fair take. Many of these people didn't violate terms of service. They only reported events, spoke about the poke, side effects. Some of them, most renowned, like Dr. Malone or Jordan B.
COVID vaccine side effects. Chat, I got the vaccine, the booster, my third one. Second booster? Second or third booster. I got it 2 days ago on Sunday. Or I guess this is my third day. We got it on Sunday? Monday. We got it Monday. So, I'm fine, bro. We got the same day. Hell yeah. I mean, I got a little soreness in my arm right here. Just a little bit. It's fine, though. Sarah had some coldness. Like, she had some fever, chills and stuff. Felt a little shitty yesterday. But, like, it's fine. And I haven't had COVID, bro. And if I have, we've been asymptomatic. We've had little bouts with, like, oh, we might have a little cough or we might have a little something. But we try to stay inside. Try not to go anywhere when that's happening. It seems like pretty easy. Double vaxxed up. Yeah. Well, we're about to travel and stuff for the holidays, so we just wanted to be boosted. You have the sweats. I like your sweat.
Peterson, well, he wasn't banned. and Tommy Robinson, James O'Keefe, I would agree that there were people that didn't break terms of service and seemed like they were banned for political reasons that Elon could reinstate sooner. And with the midterm elections coming up, people are rightfully pissed off about getting told that it's going to take a few more weeks. They're also rightfully told, they're rightfully mad that he's immediately talking to basically all the who's who of censorship on the internet.
Censorship? What do you want to say that you can't say? What are you trying to say that you cannot say? We're just talking about medical disinfo having a disclaimer, and then people not being able to use like slurs in the public marketplace of ideas. He posted a list a few days ago. Do you have it? I'd love to know what he wants to say. Hot button, fast talking point. Well, just show me. Just show me. I want to see it. Literally disinformation. It's just all it is. I don't know. I don't understand what you think you want to say. I'd love to talk to Jeremy about this, but we know how that goes. Jeremy will never do this for two reasons. Number one, he's a big pussy. Number two is he'll only lose it, right? You gotta have it's gotta be somewhere. Someone's gotta have a picture of that. Election denial, outright harassment. I don't even need to that's all it is. It's outright harassment, election denial, medical disinfo. It's not he'll be on in 20 minutes. Oh yeah, I'm sure. He'll be on in 20 minutes. That's right.
Still the fact of the matter is, Elon has to talk to these people. He has no choice. He has to talk to these people until such a point where Twitter does not have to rely on advertising revenue. Okay. He also didn't say I'm listening to them. He just said I talked to them. Understand that Elon buying Twitter does not change the power structure of the entire internet. Still, organizations like those listed wield a lot of power in terms of controlling advertising dollars through social pressure.
The R slur. I don't think the R slur. Can you ban people for that? I mean, I know people do get banned sometimes, but like, let's be real. The suffix of the R slur gets used a ton.
Elon buying Twitter does not change that. Ultimately, if Elon can,
we don't say it on here because it's against my sensibilities. Just seems mean. I mean, really, what it comes down to is I don't want to look. We're not trying to censor people necessarily. It's not about censorship. It's about if you want to do slurs and shit. Here's the thing. I think there's a misunderstanding between what people like Jeremy think I want and what I actually want. The left. The left. Here's what I want. I don't want the government to put you in jail for your words. That's what free speech is. Free speech means that the government cannot attack you for your words. It does not mean that there's no moderation on Twitter or whatever. That's all it means. If the government started jailing people for saying slurs, I would be against it. Now, if it's saying slurs in the act of doing something else, it's different, right? But like, just to do this, like, you're a slur, and whatever slur is, whatever applies. Think of it. You're a slur. You slur. That guy doesn't go to prison. I don't need state-sponsored jailing for speech. Of course not. But I'm totally fine with people being like, fuck off, bro. That's their free speech. The freedom of expression exists both ways. If you are going to give these capitalist corporate entities power over your platforms, this is what they have to do. Because Elon Musk has investors, he has advertisers, prospective advertisers, and they're not going to put up with certain levels of speech on platforms because it's not the kind of business they want to conduct. You created that system. I didn't fucking create that. They want to be oppressed so badly. That's true. Thank you, Discordant Poll. I'm getting dry. Where's my Wawa? There we go. We gotta get our Wawa out. Get our throat less dry and scratchy. I just don't understand free speechers, dude. I want free speech too. I agree in general with the idea of everybody should get to say stuff. The government shouldn't be able to have any fucking say over what you can and cannot say. You know, there's certain levels where it becomes harassment. There's certain levels where you've broken the social contract. But in general, just saying a slur? Of course not. How many people are jailing people for slurs? Nobody. However, content moderation is totally fine. If you want to go to spaces where you can just say slurs all you want, then do that. There's Discord servers that exist. Go have your little slur offs if that's what really gets in your jellies for some reason, dude. Don't understand it. Are you trying to come in here and say slurs?
No, you know what's funny though?
Yeah, what's funny?
Almost the exact same argument about a Final Fantasy site that's being made. I had to step in and be like, hey guys, maybe we shouldn't allow the use of like fetish terms and slurs for like trans people on the site, maybe? Have we considered? Like you just don't
Sarah
allow
embroiled
it?
in Final Fantasy drama all the time.
And I already had one person who said, but free speech. And another person who was like, okay, well, they say it in Japan.
They say what in Japan? Like a T-slur?
That and some other fetishizing.
I don't give a fuck what Japan's doing.
Yeah, it was like...
I don't care. Why would I give a fuck about Japan?
Straight men, by the way.
Straight men.
While all the trans people in the server are like, can we not?
Yeah, I mean, just don't. I have no problem with content moderation. I also have no problem with you wanting to say slurs, but like... If you want to go say slurs somewhere, it's pretty obvious you're a shit dog, and no one's gonna fuck with you. That's it.
No one wants to like be around.
That's the whole thing.
Like
That's the whole leftist argument. Is like, look, we don't want this in our spaces. That's it. And Twitter is part of that. We don't want slurs in that space.
You're not being arrested for saying it. Just no.
If you were being arrested, I'd be opposed.
But no one likes you.
No one likes you.
No one is entitled. You are not entitled to an online space or being liked for being a shit.
Or you're also not entitled to the lack of repercussions for your bullshit. You're not entitled to it. So if you're going out there and being like, "Oh, I'm going to be big offensive." Okay, then you're going to get soup for your family real quick. You're going to be there's so much soup for your family available at you. Like that's just what happens, man. Don't be surprised.
Monetize
that is free speech.
Twitter,
true.
Through Twitter Blue and through, he's going to need a lot more obviously than that. Then he becomes less reliant on advertisers. So in no way am I supporting this, okay? But I'm saying I understand. I just don't, I get frustrated when I see this, like, why are you even talking to them? Blah, 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 blah. Because if he didn't, the ADL and then NAACP would put out statements saying, Elon doesn't want to work with us. He's obviously pro-hate speech, blah, 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 blah. And then MasterCard would pull all their advertising, and Ford would pull all their advertising, and Chevy would pull all their advertising, Coca-Cola would pull all their advertising, Honda would pull all their advertising.
Oh, isn't it? Look. Isn't it weird that your ideology includes capitulation to corporations in order to function? Do you not see the fundamental flaw in your philosophy, Jeremy? I'm not beholden to a single goddamn thing. Like they like to pretend that leftism is like some sort of fucking religion or whatever. No. I'm beholden to my convictions. That's it. That's what I'm convicted on. That's what I'm beholden to. You're beholden to Chevy and Ford and Apple and all those people that want to advertise in your platform and sell and have money.
It has the juice.
Sounds rough, buddy. Sure is rough when capitalists reap what they sow. Discord and Vol says, with 100 biddies, thank you. Yeah, but they don't want to say slurs in spaces where it's accepted. They want to impose their slurs on your space without being told no. It's no fun if no one is getting triggered. That's true. That's true. And by the way, I would say in general, most people are desensitized to it. You come in here and you say a slur, most people are like, okay, shitter, and then you're just gone. That's it. It's like the end of it. And if we didn't like those convictions, we wouldn't subscribe immediately. That's damn true. Subscribe immediately, chat. I'm not beholden to even you. To even you, I'm not beholden, and I never have been. Anybody who's been following me knows you could pay me. Who's someone? Rublum, 12 subs today. If Rublum said some dumb shit, I'd ban him now. Well, I don't think Rublum will. Actually, don't know your pronouns. Actually, go check. I thought it was he, him. I could be wrong. My pronoun bot isn't on right now. There it is. I don't know if Rublum's in here still, but anyway, Rublum's good people. But like, that's such a big difference. I can't be bought. These people can. And I think even if I piss you off sometimes, I think that's someone I'd rather be around. Is like, you're going to have to convince me of your position. You can't just like buy it. Rublum is here. Hell yeah, it's true. Why do you think with all the subs I give you, I don't give my true opinion on the elves? No! No, Pickles, no, don't be a shitter. No! What kind of pizza, Rublum? I've been called every slur related to my various minority statuses, and the only time it impacts me is if it's a loved one. I agree. I mean, I don't think these people really fucking hurt anybody for the most part. It's, the Kanye stuff is when it starts to hurt people. Kyrie Irving doing the anti-Semitic stuff. I think that has genuine impacts on their communities and stuff because people are like, fuck, man, I fucked with you. But like, Jeremy, he gives people purchase. He's trash. Deep dish Detroit? Fuck yeah, Rublum. Let's go. Michigandering that pizza.
And he would lose hundreds of millions of dollars overnight. He has to play the game.
When considered queer a slur. It is queer is a slur if it's used as a slur. Most people in these spaces use queer as like a, moderately celebratory thing, or it's just a descriptor. But like we play at a game, I'm not even going to say it because in the context it is a slur. Smear the, you know what I mean? Where we'd hold the ball. And we did that a lot. It's homophobic, but it wasn't when like we didn't use it as we were kids using that title. Does that make sense? Do you guys remember that game? It was essentially we had a football. I'm doing this because there was a football. We had a football, and you would have it, and then everybody would try to tackle you, and it was just like Steve could hold the ball the longest. That was the whole game. Yeah, it was a slur in that, but me growing up, it wasn't like pointed at anyone's sexuality or anything or identity. It was just like you have the ball, that makes you that. It definitely has slur origins, but I guess like it wasn't treated like that for any of the people playing. None of the kids knew. We were just kids. We didn't know what the fuck we were saying, right? But yeah, I've seen people use it like, oh, you fucking, whatever it's gonna be. But most people nowadays, I think it's been relatively reclaimed. Although was someone calling queer a slur makes me tense up because of how many TERFs parrot that shit. Oh, that is weird. I mean, in lefty spaces, I don't think it usually is ever a slur. It's usually just a descriptor. Like, yeah, I identify as queer, and someone will be like, they might have, it might be more helpful to describe them instead of just like listing the things that make them that. Because sometimes people are like, oh, I'm ace, I'm non-binary, and I'm, I don't know, intersex. Just easier to say like queer sometimes. Yeah. That is a talking point of TERFs. There was definitely a slur when I was a kid, but now it never seen. Yeah, I agree, yeah. Every word used to describe gay people has been a slur. What about cute, chat?
At least for some period of time. The fact that he just bought the platform doesn't really fix anything. Also, he's got about 4,000 people to lay off. He's got to trim the fat big time. This is like buying a terrible cut of meat, like the worst brisket you ever bought. Once he cuts their operating expenses in half, they set cut the salary by $50 million a year, $100 million a year. That also gives him more.
4,000 people making $100 million? Hold on. Does that sound right? If we broke the calculator, not the calendar, you dumb. Man. The calculator, not the calendar. So if we had 100 million divided by 4,000, said 4,000, no, 400 people? 250K? Yeah, that'd be about it. Is the average Twitter employee average salary? Let's see. 146K. Twitter pays those in the bottom 10% 106. The bottom 10% makes 100,000. Top 10% makes over 200,000. Okay, so they don't even reach 250. It's a good job though, damn.
Freedom to move. However, again, I am not saying I'm pumped to see him talking to these people, but I'm saying he has to. And a lot of people are very, very upset with him. Very upset with him. Benny Johnson, the only people ever attacked or structurally taking advantage of on Twitter were conservatives, and it came from the far left Twitter staff. Name a single account on the left that was censored or wrongfully deplatformed, yet your friends at Babylon Bee are still locked out.
Wrongfully deplatformed? Cry more. True. I mean, I can think of leftists that have been banned. Like, what do you mean? This happens. I mean, usually what happens, though, is someone like the Babylon Bee or other accounts, libs of TikTok, will just do tremendously transphobic shit, or will just break TOS. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. You're just anti the TOS of lying. I understand why Benny Johnson would want to be able to lie on Twitter. And he does anyway. He's still here. But, like, that's what you're arguing on behalf of. Free speech is being able to lie a bunch. Evotion is banned minimum 6 times a year. Evotion's banned constantly.
Again, Benny Johnson, follow him, like the account, but it's been 4 days. Okay? Walked in the door late Friday afternoon. I assume some people work Saturday and Sunday.
What do you like about Benny Johnson?
But they may not have even worked Saturday and Sunday.
Benny's a terrible person. If Benny Johnson got into a tragic car accident tomorrow, I think most people would be like, you know what I mean? I can't imagine even right-wingers would be like, oh my God, I'm so fucking sad. You know how people still bring up Michael Brooks? That's not going to happen when Benny Johnson croaks. If Benny Johnson croaks early, in a tragic way, nobody is going to be like, damn, I miss Benny Johnson's good vibes. You feel me? A lot of people will be like, who? Yeah, exactly. Libs of TikTok is literally a terrorist. I mean, I don't know anything about Libs of TikTok as the person. I just know that they suck. R.I.P. Michael Brooks. True.
It is now at this time when he was tweeting this stuff out Wednesday morning. He's getting immense pressure from all sides. I am not, again, people will still see this video. It's like, I'm not trying to simp for the guy. I'm just saying I've been through corporate acquisitions. Nothing changes in 4 days. Usually what happens is the acquisition happens months before anyone ever even knows. I mean, you're replacing a CEO. You're replacing a board of directors. It's been 4 days. This is not a good sign, and I think Elon really needs to consider doing some good faith stuff. Like, I don't know, just coming in and restoring the Babylon Bee and restoring, a couple of small accounts, or, making a formal announcement about getting rid of shadow bans. Because here, Chicago Glenn, this person, Elon always responds to them. I'm not sure exactly who they are. But like they've tweeted several times about their shadow bannings in various states. It's because I don't believe that any real shadow bans have actually been listed. I think most of what people are experiencing is coincidence. I don't believe that Twitter has changed anything in the code yet, because I don't believe it would have even been possible by now. Who knows how much code these developers had to go through, but they've had hours only.
I think it's funny that Elon ordered them to print out their code, and when it became obvious that it was far too much, they canceled printing all of the code. They're like, wait, that's too much. That's too much, actually. By the way, I wanted to show you guys something. I just wanted to show you this. I want to show you this. That's the end of that video, by the way. I'm done with the quartering. We've talked about it enough.